Hi everyone. So it's weekend. What am I doing on a weekend? Either I'm volunteering for the animal welfare organization that I'm working for, or of course doing something with the dogs, for the dogs, something that has to do with dogs. Today we're going to bake doggy treats. Why am I doing that? Because first of all, I have 5 dogs, and to train them and give them doggy treats is actually quite expensive. Second and most important reason, to be honest, is if you purchase doggy treats, you never really know what's in it. And all my dogs have several health issues, and I want to keep them as healthy as possible. So I try to make the food, of course, as healthy as possible. So I'm working here with organic ingredients. That's very important to me. And I'm trying to really make something that is not just healthy, but also super yummy. And to be honest, this is a recipe I have been using for I don't know how long, and they love the treats. I know what I'm feeding them, and that's what I want to show you guys today. So like I said, I use mainly organic ingredients. I'll show you that in a second. That I'm also working with silicone baking mats. So this is actually a lot of fun, to be honest, and is something you can enjoy on a Sunday, because it will take almost the entire Sunday. If you bake cookies, or at least in my case, I'm baking enough to have at least for the next 3-4 weeks doggy treats, right? Otherwise, you'll start every weekend again, and it's just a lot of mess. I'm not doing that. So that's why I'm baking enough, which also takes hours, right? They all have to be in the oven. Unfortunately, I only have one. I need to really finish it all up, but yeah, maybe one day. So anyway, those silicone mats are really cool because you have different kind of shapes, right? Small size, big size, paw prints, stars, whatever. I have Christmas theme, I have Halloween theme. Okay, it's completely unnecessary. The dogs don't care about the shape, they care about the taste. What is important, of course, is the size, because I cannot feed a big one to the little ones. I mean, sure I can, but the problem is that you do that a couple of times a day and then you can send them to fat camp. So also unhealthy. One thing that's important about those silicone mats is that you buy silicone mats of very high quality, simply because the cheap versions out there, they usually have a lot of chemicals that go into the food while you're baking, and you can also see it, especially on the first round of baking, that there are fumes and smoke and stuff coming out of the oven, and this is really just horrible. So you want to not just make healthy food, but whatever you prepare it in should also not cause it to be not healthy anymore, right? So that's what we're doing today. Let me take you with me, and then we're making cookies. All right, so first ingredient is yogurt. So we have organic oat yogurt, no sugar added, of course. Sugar is not good for their teeth. Then we have, and this is so, okay, let me change the frame here a bit. Look at this, look at this. Trying to show you guys that. Can you see? I couldn't find a smaller bowl. That's just me, just to give you an impression. I have to stuff it all in one thing. Anyway, here we go. We have carrots, we have very ripe bananas, we have, in this case, frozen fruits. It's not really the season, so I bought organic frozen berry mix, which is great. They love it. You need to pay attention that all the berries in there are okay for dogs to eat. I have strawberries, raspberries, blueberries in here, which is perfect combination. This will all go into the blender with a little bit of water in a minute, but I'll walk you through the details. Then we have oats, of course, and we have coconut oil. The coconut oil will be melted so it doesn't clump up once we put it all in the blender, and then we're good to go.
Approximately 10 hours later.
And this is the part I hate the most. So you wait 20 to 25 minutes for the first batch to be finally done. You sit there and wait. Then you put in the next batch and the next and the next. And when you actually think it will never end and you'll sit there until the next weekend is coming up, it's finally done. And shark, shark, you take your little sharky things and take the tray out. And for right now, anyway, it's done. You still need to dry them later a little bit in the oven, just on a very low temperature, just so they dry out a bit more. But look at that. Nice. Okay, after that, as you can see, you need to clean the oven. So, like I said at the beginning, it's a mess. But if you look at all of that, it's a lot. And this is during the drying process. This needs to be done so they don't start molding later on. So you get basically the last bit of liquids out of the treats. So they're nice and dry and they last. And then you can keep them probably for 4 weeks. But most importantly, taste check. Check, check. They all love it. Exactly what I told you. Okay, he eats everything. So he's not really a good example. As you can see, he's always acting like he's starving. Audrey is the one that's very picky and she eats them. Yes, perfect. So obviously, the treats are tasty, which is great because now you're going to have fun cleaning the oven. It is a nightmare, especially those tiny little crumbs that fall all over the place coming from those silicone mats. As much as I love them, this is very annoying. But you see those little monsters? Hop, hop, hop. They love it. She's even wagging her tail. Okay, like I said, he eats everything. You can hand a banana over. He just stuffs it in. He doesn't even know what it is. Perfect. No, this makes me really happy. They'll last a while, depending on the amount of dogs you have to feed with that. But that's a great little snack in between. And it's healthy, it's organic. So see you next time for more crazy dog mom stuff. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.